guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am officially a YouTuber. This is going to be my first video. I have been planning on becoming a YouTuber for a very long time, but it never happened. So I'm starting my YouTube channel basically to document my journey on my VSG surgery. I decided to get VSG back earlier this month, so it was something that I decided that I wanted to do because I've been struggling with my weight and going up the ladder further and further through the years, and right now it's at a point where it's like, okay, I have to stop. Like, obviously what I'm doing right now is not enough, or not what I'm doing right now is not enough. Obviously what I've done so far has not been successful. I feel like I'm at a really good point in my life where I'm okay with, as far as like, I know how to eat okay, you know. I'm not the best. I'm not saying I'm like a super healthy person or anything like that. I'm definitely not saying that, but I was doing keto. I'm back on keto again now. And I lost about 25 pounds on keto. I recently gained a little bit more pounds back from doing keto, from getting off of keto, holidays and stuff like that. That was bad. I kept saying, like, every week after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna get back on keto. I'm gonna get back on keto, and it was just difficult. And then Christmas came, and then before you know it, New Year's, and now finally on January 28th, I'm like, okay, I'm going back on keto, even though I tried like a previous week or two ago. But I am officially starting this channel to document my experience and the process that I'm going through, that I'm personally going through, because from what I've learned in my research and from watching the millions of YouTube videos that's out there for other people that have gone through this journey, everyone's process is different, and it all has everything to do with your insurance, self-pay, if you have comorbidities. I feel like I said that wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. All of that stuff can definitely change your process. So I'm gonna only go by my process because I can only speak from my experience. But when I was doing my research on VSG, I was like, okay, I don't know if my insurance is gonna make me do 3 months, 6 months. Like, I don't know what they're gonna make me do. So kind of find out, all I had to do was testing, like blood work, and then a pylori test, psych evaluation, nutritionist visit, and a sonogram of my gallbladder to make sure I don't have any gallbladder stones. Because if you do, they'll take your gallbladder out during the surgery, just like killing two birds with one stone, for lack of a better word. So I actually have just came from my psych eval this morning. My psych evaluation was at 8 o'clock this morning, and today is Monday. I don't know why I'm going to say March, but January 28th. So that was the day of my psych eval. And from my research, like, a lot of people get stuck up on, I wouldn't say stuck up on it, but like nervous about the psych evaluation. And I wasn't nervous. She sent me paperwork, and I don't have my folder near me, but it was like a 15 pages that she sent me, front and back, of all different kind of questions, like questions that I had to really think about, like, like, this whole journey for these last couple of weeks, and it's only been a couple of weeks, literally. The journey has been crazy because I started learning, things about myself and my weight gain and stuff like that, because you get asked questions, and watching people's journey and seeing like what their triggers and stuff are, you start to realize what some of your own triggers are. But back on topic. So I just wanted to tell you guys, I have my little calendar here. I just wanted to tell you guys what I had to do. So I'm going to Memorial Advanced Surgery. They are located in Jacksonville, Florida. So yes, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. And I am seeing Dr. Hussein Abbas. And this is what my requirements are. I don't have to do any 3 months, 6 month type thing. It's just I have to get these things done in order to submit to insurance. And tomorrow is the last thing that I have to do, which is the nutritionist visit. You go in there, I think you take a class and you get weighed and, you know, whatever else comes with it. I'm not 100% sure. But I had to get a pylori test done, and here we have Quest Diagnostic that's covered with my insurance. And I had to breathe into a bag, and then I had to drink this like sugary type lemony drink and breathe into a second bag. And supposedly it's supposed to measure the bacteria in your system, or like something like that. I guess if you're prone to getting bacteria or something in your intestinal tract, something like that. I don't know 100% sure. I just know that I needed it and I got it done. Secondly is I had to do blood work. They ran all kind of like blood tests on me. My thyroid levels, CBC, vitamin A, vitamin D, B12, zinc, stuff like that. Normal blood tests. They did that stuff. I was a little nervous about that because the last time I got my blood work done, they said my thyroid levels were a little elevated, which is completely not. It's not surprising because my mother has Hashimoto's disease. She has thyroid disease. She's actually getting her thyroid removed possibly this week. So I was a little nervous about that. I was like, I hope it's not crazy. The only thing that I seen out of abnormal was my vitamin D. My vitamin D, because I'm vitamin D deficient and I have not been taking my medicine. And it was pretty much like I'm expecting for them to just, excuse me, prescribe me vitamin D. The next thing I had to do was the gallbladder sonogram. I did that last week. That's out the way. The bariatric coordinator, I was actually on the phone with her this morning, and she received it like while we were on the phone. I had just called the place to get them to send it, and then she ended up calling me back to follow up, and she got it right there. No gallbladder stones. So that's good. Then the next thing is a psych evaluation. So I did that today. Like I said, I did the psych evaluation. It was very simple. I literally sat on the couch. She asked me a couple of questions, and it was kind of like having girl talk almost in a way, but not like your girlfriend talk. But she asked me questions about my relationship. She saw that I had already been taking steps to try to lose weight with keto. With keto, I believe I lost 25 pounds on that. But with my weight, like 25 pounds, don't get it wrong. Like, don't get me twisted. 25 pounds is good, but when you're over 300 pounds, when you lose 25 pounds, to me, it's like losing 10 pounds for someone who's of average weight and they lose some weight. Like, you notice when they lose 10 to 15 pounds, but when somebody of a bigger size loses 25 pounds, you might just see that their clothes fit better, a little less snug. So yeah, so she saw that I was on keto, and basically what her job is to make sure I wasn't going through anything mentally, make sure I didn't have any kind of high stress, like from work or my relationship, something that'll make me basically just be like, you know what, forget that I got this sleeve, I'm gonna eat and do what I want to do, basically, you know, things like emotional eating. So that was her whole thing. And she asked me a few questions. The appointment literally lasts like 30 minutes, like maybe 27, 26, because I got there at 8 o'clock. She wasn't there. She pulled up at like 8:02, 8:03. Got in there. By the time I got into the car and I actually looked at the time, it was 8:33. So real quick visit. But after the visit, after she asked if I had any questions, of course I didn't. I didn't have any questions. Like, I'm good. I've done my research. I know this is something that I want. I don't have any questions for her. So she then tells me like what she was looking for, and she says you're not under any kind of stress. You're already taking the right steps to, you know, be healthy and stuff like that. It's all about just, you know, sticking with it and make sure you're aware of, you know, the different things that you can and cannot do with gastric sleeve. She also advised me that within the first 6 months, that those are like the crucial months after getting sleeved. You need to make sure that you are eating well. You're not going over your portion sizes. You're incorporating exercising, because she said those is the most valuable time, which I figured it was from all the research that I did and all the different YouTubers that I seen. So I definitely know this is gonna be a life change, and I'm like so ready for it. I dream about it every freaking day. Like, I'm the type of person, like, once I get something in my head, I kind of obsess over it. So I'm researching it. I'm trying to find any video and every video that's online. I'm dreaming about it. I'm thinking about it in between, like, my off time between work and being a mother. Like, literally, it's been all I think about. So basically, she said that she thinks that I'm a great candidate. I'm at a great age. I'm 29 if I didn't say it already. And my name is Jasmine if I didn't say that already. But yeah, so the psych eval went very smooth, and it almost went so smooth I was like, did she do it right? Like, I don't know. But like I said, the last thing to do is the nutritionist appointment, which is tomorrow, and that's right downstairs in the hospital. So they're gonna get that information fast. I also have to get my primary care physician to sign off on the medical clearance. I called the office today, and they said that they just needed the blood work that the doctor ordered, just to go over that and then send over the clearance. So the bariatric coordinator, she did fax the blood work over to my doctor. So I'll say today's Monday. I'll say by Thursday morning, Wednesday, I'll probably be calling them again or reaching out to the bariatric coordinator just to make sure that she received the clearance or that the doctor received, you know, the blood work. I'm not trying to hound them down, but I'm also trying to let them know, like, I'm following up with stuff. Like, I don't want to be the person that's calling them every day or calling them the day after, because I know how that stuff works. I work in insurance, and I'm a medical assistant. Haven't done it for years, but I know how that stuff goes. Like, they get the stuff and give them at least a day or two to, you know, get it out to you or whatever. Excuse me. So yeah, after he sends that, they're gonna send and the psych eval, she said that, sorry, I'm off track. The psych eval, she said she'll be getting out to them within a day or two. So hopefully they get everything by the end of the week, fingers crossed. And then once they get all of that, they send it over to insurance for approval. And then once the insurance gets it, if they approve it, which I don't see no reason why they wouldn't approve it, I asked the coordinator, I said, well, how long after it gets approved are you guys scheduling out surgeries? Because another thing you have to take in consideration is making sure you have the finances for it. And I don't have money sitting around, unfortunately. Like, I'm part of that 70-something% people that kind of live paycheck to paycheck, or just, you know what I'm saying, like, with tight budget. So I have no idea how much this is going to cost. I know it's not going to cost anything over $4,500. That's just because my out-of-pocket max on my insurance is $4,500, but I'm just hoping it doesn't get anywhere close to that, because if it does, that's a whole nother thing. Like, I'm gonna have to get some kind of my mother told me something about some kind of medical financing care something. But they're supposedly do medical financing, and I've thought about going into I know that I'll probably be going into my 401k. So that's something that I'm considering and something that I feel like is absolutely necessary. But so yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on. So this is video 1 of my VSG journey, and I'm just so looking forward to it, but I'm also kind of like don't want to get too excited because you just never know. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. Like, I could be doing all of this and then I get stuck with finances, or I get stuck with insurance not approving it. Like, anything can happen, but I'm pretty sure I'll get through it, and I'm just completely ready for this change. I've been struggling with my weight for 8 years. It's done nothing but go up. For the past like 2-3 years, it's been pretty steady. So if I haven't said my stats, here's my stats. So one thing I also want to provide is my height, because what I'm seeing in these videos, a lot of people are not providing their height, and height makes a big difference. So I'm 5'10", and I weigh 300 pounds. So when somebody is like 5'5" and they weigh 300 pounds, the weight just looks differently. So they might be wider, whereas I'm taller. I hold a lot of my weight in my belly. But of course you can see this, it's in my face. It's just, I've been going through a lot as far as body wise. Like, my weight has been bad. I haven't been feeling comfortable with myself. If you can see, like, my face is breaking out really bad, and it's just been crazy. But hopefully as I'm going through this journey, things will get better, because I had my mother, she came to the initial appointment for the surgery, and one of her concerns was my face, because I've been struggling with my face for about 2 or 3 years now. Like, my face has just been going crazy. I'm on doxycycline right now, but she was asking my doctor, my surgeon, if when I lose the weight, can it help my face get better? He said sometimes, yeah, it does really clear your face up, because the fat cells play on your hormones, and then your hormones play on your face. And I have cystic acne, so it is very hormonal most times. So I'm just ready for a change. I really am. And I really hope that whoever finds this video, you like my video, you comment on my video, and you subscribe, because that means we're gonna have this journey together. And just like the YouTubers I follow, I love seeing their journey. Like, I love seeing them, like, as the videos go on, you just see all of this just getting slimmer. You hear about all the different changes they going through, good or bad, and I'm ready to share that, and hopefully it'll help someone else along the way. My insurance process is fairly simple, but who knows, my journey might be as hard as my process is. As simple as my journey might be as hard as simple as my process is, if that makes any sense. But I think I'm done with this video. I think I'm gonna come back with another video. Some ideas that I have is making another video of, like, the top 10 things that I'm hoping to get out of this surgery, or the top 10 things that I'm scared about this surgery. Like, just ideas on different videos. So guys, go ahead, like this video, comment, subscribe. I need subscribers. I'm a newborn to this YouTube stuff, so I'm gonna need subscribers. So that should be you. Subscribe to my channel, please, and follow me. And if you're someone who had the surgery already, maybe you can give me tips and you know, help me out. Hit the notification bell so that way if you are interested in my channel, you'll know when I have new videos coming up. And I'm sorry if this is a long video, but yeah, thank you guys, thank you so much. And my name is Jasmine. This is Jazz Way. See ya.